In this section, we are going to look into shader effector. By selecting our cloner object, we click on shader. When you click into the shader, let's get into the parameters. And if you take a look at this, right now the shader is affecting the scale. And let's take a look at what shader can do. Now let's untick the scale. Turn on the position. Maybe we increase the Y position into 200 maybe. Now let's get into the shading. If you take a look at the shading here, because it's a shader effector, so it's actually affected by black and white area, and in between, which is the gray area as well. So normally in shader, we go for noise. Now once we get into noise, you will be able to see that some of the box are pushing into y-axis, some go up, some goes down. So let's get into the noise. Click into the image. We have this black and white area. Now it's not moving at all. If let's say we are going to hit at the animation speed 5, and let's play and see what happened. The white dots and the black dots are moving, affected the Y position of the cubes. You can increase the contrast and you will see that it's more obvious. Other than affecting the position, you'll see that some of the boxes getting into white and some boxes are in gray. So it's also affected the color of the cubes. Let's get back to the shader, get back into the parameters, and we untick the position. Now you see that there are actually noise running. How can we change the colors of it? Get into this magic ball, or we call it material manager. Just click onto it, and at the create here, you can create materials, new standard material. Double click into the standard material so that this will pop out. At the color here, we get into texture, and because right now the material is actually gray, we need to add some colors into it. But if we are going for effector's color, we need to go to colorizer. So click onto the colorizer, you will see something like this. And I can click into the image over here at the colorizer, texture. You can select more graph, and I get into color shaders. So click onto the color shaders, you will get a gradient. Now you can change the colors of this. You can double click and change the color. And right now I just minimize the color and I drag this into my cloner. So once I drag into my cloner, automatically it will get the colors based on the noise shader that we have just now. So click into the noise shader, and if you take a look at the colors here, it will affect the effector color unless you turn it off. If not, it will by default selecting the effector colors. And you can get into the shadings here, click into here. Now you can actually scale up the global. For example, if you scale up 500 and you see the noise is actually changing. What if 5000 and you see the noise is getting lesser? Reason being is that your noise is getting bigger. So let's get back to 100 and just play. Now your animation speed, you are still at 5. So you can just play and you will be able to see that the colors are running. So now for the shader, is basically your either colors or your position, rotation, and scale can be affected by the shader. So let's turn on the position again, and you'll be able to see that right now you have colors and you have the position moving according to the noise shader that you give them. This is shader effector.